Do you have any idea how much more damage Iran can absorb than you can absorb? Their country is 70 times larger than you. 70 times. Their army is at least 4 times larger than you. And their soldiers aren't on TikTok. They're not quitting. They're not refusing to serve. They're not getting taken off duty for mental problems. They're not committing suicide. They're not themselves. No, it doesn't even matter how much damage America could potentially do to Iran. You cannot sustain a fraction of what Iran can sustain, and that's just a fact. If this goes on for even just 6 months, you're looking at an economic toll on your economy of upwards of $165 billion. That's 35% of your GDP. Double that if it goes on for a year, and it can go on for a year if it's a full-blown war and Iran starts to get replenishments of their artillery from Russia, China, North Korea, whatever, and if they reactivate their proxies, oh yes, it can go on. And yes, the fact of the matter is that your people all have somewhere else to go when things get bad. Iranians don't. You understand? Iranians don't even have to carry out a mass casualty attack in Israel. They don't have to focus on that. All they have to do is land one rocket in one building, and everyone in every apartment of that building is on a plane to New York. They're on a plane to Paris or to Moscow. They can literally depopulate your whole country just by targeting infrastructure. Because at the end of the day, you're all pampered Westerners, after all. You're not trying to live without Wi-Fi and cappuccinos.
Breaking news coming out of the Middle East. We have now found out the drone strike on the UK airbase in Cyprus was not launched by Iran. I believe Sky News is the first to report on this. I was just listening to the radio and heard this come through on Sky News. We now know, after further investigation, the Cyprus Akrotiri airbase was not attacked by Iran. So we now know the government and the BBC are not telling us the truth, what is really going on over there and who is really launching some of these drone strikes. A lot of these could even potentially be from smaller militia groups or even false flags by Israel. As we know, Saudi Arabia and Qatar have both had Mossad agents caught and arrested and found to be planning attacks on oil refineries and other such things. So we now know Israel is trying to weaken the Middle East. Are they also trying to weaken us now while dragging us into their war? These are the real questions that need to be answered.
إذا عدد كبير من الصواريخ الآن تسقط على تل أبيب.
صواريخ اعتراضية على الأقل.
دعينا نسمع فقط الصوت هبة، وإذا كان بالإمكان أن ترصدي الأخبار التي يتم إذاعتها وإعلانها.
Now we have the United States. We have a president who declared in Davos, I am a dictator. We have a president who says the rule of law simply doesn't matter. I go with my own sense of morality. These are impeachable offenses because the president took an oath to uphold and defend the Constitution. Now he's articulating in open fashion that he will not keep that oath, that he's not keeping this oath. This is a president who just received a negative finding by the Supreme Court saying that his actions on tariffs were unconstitutional from the Supreme Court of the United States, the highest legal authority of the land. And he told them to pound sand. I don't care, he said. So normally Congress would step in at this point in time and say, well, Mr. President, you have to care because it is the Constitution that we all took an oath to uphold and defend. So we're impeaching you. And Congress is silent. Now we have a president who went to war. Now, people keep talking about the War Powers Resolution and the War Powers Act, and the president can do this because of the war power. You reread it. Okay, the president has the ability, of course, to use military force if there is an imminent threat. The whole concept of war powers is not to give the president the ability to do anything he wants. It gives the president the ability to respond to imminent threats. If you had to go through congressional approval, might give an advantage to the enemy. But you must articulate the imminent nature of this threat to justify your actions.